Would you like to learn how to make this beautiful warm potato and bacon salad? Stay tuned for the next episode of Hilltop Stovetop. Hello and welcome back to Hilltop Stovetop, the show where we're teaching you how to make great meals in an ordinary kitchen. Today we're going to be making a summertime favorite, potato salad. And I'm betting if you were to talk to 100 cooks and ask them for their recipe for potato salad, you'd end up with 100 different recipes. There's all kinds of variations. There's Miracle Whip, there's real mayonnaise. My husband's favorite was a combination of mayonnaise and sour cream. There's people that put pickles in theirs and people that just put the juice from dill pickles in theirs. All kinds of variations. Today we're going to be making one that's actually from the Noom program recipes. So it's a little bit lower calorie. It's only 129 calories per serving. It's also a warm potato salad. Now that's something that is not unusual to have a warm potato salad, but particularly when it's not a mayonnaise-based potato salad and you're having it warm, it gives you the advantage that if it is a really hot day, you're not quite as worried about it. And it's also something that you can be doing really quickly. So suppose you get home from work and you went, oh, we're going to the Joneses for a barbecue and I promised I would bring the potato salad. Well, this is one that you can do about 25 minutes start to finish. We're going to use our Instant Pot to speed things up. Now the 129 calories that they say that this has, it doesn't include eggs. And personally, I like eggs in my potato salad. So I am going to include some eggs, but you can just add in, if you choose that, just add in whatever number of eggs that you're going to have. So what we're going to do here, I've got about 2 pounds of potatoes. I've got some chopped shallots. Shallots are a member of the onion family. They're a red onion, but they're very mild flavor. If you can't get shallots, go ahead and use red onions. Even regular white onions are fine, just that these have that nice mild flavor. And with the color, it adds a little bit of interest to your potato salad. I happen to be using russet potatoes because that was what was in the cupboard. But if you have red skin potatoes, again, adds some extra color and texture. Or nowadays you can get those little baby potatoes and you can get the variety of colors in them, which is really nice. For our dressing, we've got, of course, we've got the onions, we've got garlic, we've got apple cider vinegar, Dijon mustard, and it called for apple juice. I didn't have apple juice, so I'm using white grape juice. And because this is a warm potato salad, we're also going to be adding bacon. So about the equivalent of 2 strips of bacon, and then a little bit of parsley and paprika for our garnish. And that's as simple as it gets. So just give me a couple of minutes to get these potatoes all up and ready, and I will show you how to make this the fastest potato salad in the West. Okay, so we're ready to start. Now, first thing that we're doing that's going to speed up the process is I didn't bother peeling the potatoes. I just scrubbed them and cut off any bits, but there's still the peel on it, which adds some color and texture as well to our salad. So we're going to pop that in. I've got some water in the bottom of the Instant Pot. And then here's another quick time saver. Let me say that quickly. So I'm going to take my eggs, raw eggs, and just nestle them in the top. And those of you that have been watching my videos for a while know that I love using my Instant Pot for cooking eggs. So we're just going to pop that in there and put the lid on it. And we're going to cook this for for 5 minutes under pressure, which means in total it's going to take probably just a little under 10 minutes. Now that's cutting it into small pieces makes it much quicker, because remember, like it used to be that you would, peel your potatoes, then cook them whole, then you'd have to wait for them to cool, then you'd cut them up. If you do it this way, you're good to go. The second part about doing this is a warm salad. Even if you are making a mayonnaise-based salad, one of my grandmother's tips was to put all the ingredients together while they were still hot. Now, she used to make homemade hot, like a boiled salad dressing, and pour that on the potatoes while it was still hot. But doing it while the potatoes are hot allows the flavors to absorb much better into the potatoes. So that is the awesome part. So we're going to put this on to manual for 5 minutes. 5 minutes under pressure, and that will make our eggs hard-boiled and be enough to cook those potatoes because they're in the smaller portions. Now, it has to do his little beep. While that's going on, we're going to take this bacon and I'm going to put it on the stove, crisp it up, put the onions and the garlic with it so that the onions are softened. And by the time I'm done that, this should be just about ready, and we'll be ready to put it all together. So we'll see you in a couple of minutes. All right, so our 5 minutes under pressure is done. So that was about 10 minutes. We're going to do a quick release. So watch out for actually I'm going to move it away from the camera a little bit. And we've got a bowl of ice water here. And as soon as that's released, we're going to take the eggs out because we want to stop them cooking right away. We want them cooled down. And in the meantime, we've got our bacon and onions and garlic, which I have, I've done it so that the onions are soft, but they're not caramelized. And then we're going to add in the grape juice / apple juice, apple cider vinegar, and the mustard. And then that becomes our dressing. For this, because it is hot when you do this. Almost. That's the wonderful thing about Instant Pots is like there's a safety mechanism on them, so until the pressure is fully released, it won't open. There we go. And I'm going to use my diet spoon and lift out those eggs. Good thing I'm not in an egg and spoon race, right? Okay. So those are cooling off. And we just take our other bowl here. Slide that in underneath here. And then, again, you'll notice the steam here. So we have this, our potatoes are fully cooked. I could tell just by taking out the eggs that they were nice and soft. Perfect, so there's that part done. Now we're going to add in our dressing here. And this is making sure we've got our potatoes well coated with all of this stuff. And if you're serving it hot, that's great. but if you're serving it cold, then that will give those flavors lots of time to marry. Now, I'm going to move over to our eggs here. And this is a great trick. We're going to take them and we're just going to smush the shell, that's the word I'm looking for, shell up against the side, and then drop them back into the water. And what that's going to do is it's going to allow the water to get in between the shell and the egg and makes it much easier to peel. Normally I do this in the sink and it doesn't spray as much water as around it. There we go. So then when you peel them off, see that membrane that's between the egg and the shell? The water's got in between there, and we have just this perfect little egg. So then we're going to take our potato salad here, and we'll pretty it up just a little bit here. A couple more eggs here. And however many you want to do, it's up to you. If you prefer to chop your eggs up and mix them in with the potato salad, that's an option. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to divide mine up and garnish it on the top, and that way if there are people that don't like eggs, they don't have to take eggs with the potato salad. Okay. Now I just happen to have this nifty little gizmo for slicing them. Slide this in underneath the counter so you get a better look. And I got to tell you, hard-boiled eggs in the Instant Pot, I mean, you can see how perfect that is. And it doesn't get much easier than that. So if you're wanting to do hard, like deviled eggs or something like that, this is a great way to do that. And then I'm going to take a little bit of parsley. Again, we're just so close to having it ready in the garden, but not quite yet. I planted them from seed instead of buying the plants this year. And the other thing that I'm going to do is normally I would put a little bit of sweet paprika on top of that just for the garnish, but because we've got the bacon in here, I thought I'm going to try a little bit of smoked paprika on top instead. I mean, we've got a kind of a smoky flavor anyway. And there we have it. Start to finish. Sure, it was less than 25 minutes. Beautiful hot potato salad. You can put this in the fridge and have it cold for sure, but it's perfectly good warm. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode of Hilltop Stovetop, where we made warm bacon and potato salad, and that you'll remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next episode.